On Tuesday, September 17th, at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C., tragedy struck. Aaron Alexis, a Navy contract worker, opened fire, killing 12 people and wounding others. Alexis bought his weapon from a gun store in Northern Virginia with no problem because of his Navy clearance. What the clerk did not know is that Alexis had mental problems. This raises concerns here in the Hampton Roads area because of Naval Station Norfolk, which is also a Navy base. You may wonder how many more Alexises are out there, or can this even happen at our naval bases here?
What do the shots sound like?
It's like pow, pow, pow. And then a few seconds it stopped, and then it pow, 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 pow. So we just ran.
Did you hear how many there were? How many shots there were?
I counted at least 7 when I was there.
Did you see more than one shooter?
I didn't see the shooter at all. I was on the first floor. From my understanding, the shooter was on the 4th floor.
Was he shooting down into the atrium?
If he was, I wasn't paying any attention. I heard he was, but I didn't know. I just kept running.
How easy should it be to get inside? And you need a card, right?
You have to have a card to come in. You cannot enter the building before 6:30 without having a card. Once you enter into the building, you need a card to scan to get through the offices.
The events that took place last week at the Navy shipyard are very unfortunate and is an event that should be avoidable. That happens when people become complacent and comfortable with their jobs. Being in the Coast Guard and being in the Department of Defense, it's my responsibility and the Coast Guard's responsibility to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen on U.S. territory. And it struck home to me because I know a lot of people on that base and in the D.C. area. And with both my parents in the Navy and working in the Norfolk base, it would be terrible if something like that happened close to home. And the guy who did the shooting actually did work on the Navy base just last year. So I can tell you that this could have happened very close to home and in Norfolk.
That was a tragic event that happened Tuesday in Washington, D.C. at the Navy Yard. You may ask yourself, can that happen here in Norfolk, or even if our bases across America are safe? In Norfolk, Ramsey, Henderson, Spartan Echo TV.